Hi, good evening. So here I am with my everyday show and the 500 word bank challenge. Okay, so hello everybody. I hope you are with me in this march to enrich our vocabulary, and the target is 5,000 words. Yes, if we are consistent, we are regular, we can even exceed that. Yes, it's doable. Okay, so hello friends out there. I'm Vinita, a consultant, coach, and designer. I'm on a mission to help the dreamers, all those who are dreaming to work, study, or migrate abroad. Traveling makes you deeply learn it, gives you a wider perspective. It actually brings a lot of good points. You learn to adapt, you learn to adjust, you learn to cultivate, you learn to think, you learn to accept people, and to learn to become a global generator. All are human beings on this planet. We have the same blood. There are all human beings, like the RHS and all. On the whole, at the macro level, all are made of blood and bones. Yes, we all have our wants, desires, needs, ambitions. So that doesn't single out as different when you decide on any part of the earth. Same desires, aspirations, fine. So when you travel, this takes you on a deeper meaning. If it doesn't, then your traveling is not worth it. I have seen people travel across more than 100 countries, yet this doesn't change. So basically the change has to come. Okay, but anyway, get ready. You have to travel out. What the most is your English language from English. Because English language is the gateway to write all your exams, the qualifying exams, be it for international exams, be it for national exams. You need English language, right? So what do you need as a major plan to learn language? The vocabulary. The richer the vocabulary, the richer the words you have in this bank, language bank of yours, the more it is easy for you to interact, communicate, persuade, to convince, create an impact, whether you're working in the office, at home, school, college, institute, anywhere, you all need to communicate. We all need to manage and handle our teams. Vocabulary is required. Okay, it's the language. So fine. So I'm on my mission to help you learn with your vocabulary. I keep throwing some caveats and widgets so that yes, and it's time for us to do that also. So my major specific focus is IELTS exam, but yet this is all applicable any kind of exam is like IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, and even CAT. In fact, national exams like CAT, they still more deeper engagement with the language. It goes too much into the complexities. Anyway, this one is the vocabulary part. So let me launch. Yesterday, I was tackling the increasing categories of the writing task 1. Now, in any task 1, you may be expected to describe a graph. It could be a line graph, bar graph, it could be pie chart, or whatever. So you need to have a rich vocabulary to undertake that task. So never ever repeat the words when you're writing an article. It refers to everything. So it will become so monotonous if you go on this, right? So yesterday I tackled your increasing categories. Today, increasing categories. Today I'm talking and stable categories. So if you have to write a report to your boss in the office and you're talking about something decreasing, maybe decreasing cost or decreasing. So I will be giving you around 11 to 12 synonyms. And then I'll be showing you in context how you can even variegate the usage of these synonyms as either adjectives or as adverbs, and you change the scenario of how you are explaining. So it is not just vocab, it's how you use that vocab. It's not just how you use the synonyms, but how aptly and accurately you use the synonyms. Now just note this, to know the precision. Every word will not fit into every dialogue or every context or situation. You may have to hit the right nail, the precise nail. So that is what launching to the final means. What I am showing you is this is the way, but then you should know when to use, where to use, okay, and how to use if you bring a variation of grammar. Okay, so now I launch into my prepared lesson 2. I'll be giving you a lot of examples. So I start presenting this here, the vision, and in case you need all this text, I'll be putting it on my YouTube channel, take the text from there, write down, and yes, you can do it. So I will do it. Share screen, and here we go. Yeah. So you can see this. So here I come to the break. So here we go. Now see, what happens is synonyms for decreasing and stable categories. How they will be used as adjectives and adverbs and according to graphs. Now the dwindled or ebbed, plummeted. Now I'm taking the word decrease. So what synonyms can I give to the word? I think I'll use the in what it does. So I'll okay, yeah. So I go back. So when you talk of decreasing, you can talk of the word dwindle, ebbed, going away, plummeted, declined, dropped, reduced, fell, lowered, lessened, diminished, slide. It becomes slid in the past tense. And now, when you have to add on adverbs, if it is too much, you may say markedly, gradually, slowly, sharply, rapidly, substantially, significantly, considerably. So it is not just one word. Why should you repeat the words? There are so many. English is a rich language. If we take the synonyms of the constant word, the constant graph, there is a constant growth, or there is a constant whatever we are talking of in the diagram. It could be constant, steady, unchanging, consistent, secure, firm, unwavering, fixed. So you have to use your common sense, you have to use your experience, you have to use your practice to know which one to put where as you're writing your description. So next is, so these variations will definitely diversify your vocab and presenting information in a clear and concise manner in your IELTS Academic Writing Task 1. So, or it could be pertaining to anything else. So I'm going to give you some examples using the word decreasing. We will use the word decreasing as adjective. We will use the word adverb. So mark you, if you use them differently the way I'm showing you, you will be given separate marks for them being used as in your even cohesion and coherence and in your lexicon. So when you're given the finer tune, when your marks are fine-tuned into the sub-broad categories. So next we go to adjectives. The decreasing trend in unemployment rates is illustrated in the graph. The company's profits have decreased, have been decreasing steadily over the last few quarters. You see it falling down. We take the word declining. The declining sales figures are evident in the graph. So we have to take the corrective measures. The customer satisfaction has been declining gradually in recent surveys. The dropping prices of commodities are depicted in the graph. The attendance at the event has been dropping consistently. Okay, has been dropping consistently, constantly, whatever. Falling a word we take. Such a simple word, falling. The falling demand for traditional media is shown in the graph. The stock prices have been falling rapidly in the current market. So you see, it's not just for that. In various situations, not decreased, simplest word. The decreased production levels are reflected in the graph. The number of job openings decreased sharply last month. Then we take the word reduced. Adjective, the reduced budget allocation is visible in the graph. Adverb, the time taken for delivery has been reduced significantly. So I may use it to describe it. I may use it to describe the verb by it is reduced, how it is reducing. Significantly, drastically, steadily, sharply, markedly. So it's up to me whether I want to show my change of words or synonyms as adverbs or as adjectives, and I have to play with it. Now dropped as adjective. The dropped shipment numbers are displayed in the graph. The customer complaints dropped noticeably after the service improvements. Lowered adjective. The lowered profits for the year are highlighted in the graph. The interest rates were lowered gradually by the central bank. Lessened adjective. The lowered profits for the year are highlighted in the graph. The interest rates were lowered gradually by the central bank. Now, I'm not using more sentences, but they are there. So now I take alternative ways to show decreasing strengths in different activities from 1980 to 2020. And I'll be using same thing, but different phrasing. Mark it how to use it. The participation in baking dwindled, declined, ebbed, markedly, gradually, slowly, over the period from 1980 to 1920. I may use any word. There was a steady, or there was a slow, or there was a gradual, or there was a marginal decrease in the number of individuals engaged in baking between 1980 and 2020. You see, same thing can be tweaked in not one, but 20 different ways. So when the richness is out there, make it part of your vocabulary. You win on that score. Next, the involvement in gardening saw a modest, a moderate drop or slide or decline over the years from 1980 to 1920. Next is the number of individuals playing video games plummeted sharply, rapidly, substantially, significantly, considerably from 1980 to 2020. Next one, from 1980 to 2020, a dramatic, steep, or deep, or substantial, or significant, or considerable drop in the number of individuals playing video games was observed. Don't you see the variety and the richness of the language? Why will you stick to one word? So many words. Next, we come to 6 ways to describe a stable category in graph descriptions. So what is a stable category? when you show that there's not much improvement, it's in a stable category. It's constant, steady, unchanging, consistent, secure, firm, unwavering, fixed, reliable, and balanced. So you see, these are the synonyms that we can use. So I will give you now the examples how to use these in your sentences. Number one, the sales remain constant throughout the observed period from 2015 to 2020. The revenue level stayed at a consistent level from quarter to quarter. The production output remained steady over the entire year. The production output remained steady over the entire year. The unemployment rate remained unchanged during the study period. So you see, when I talk of stable category, there are so many ways I can use different sentences, even the words. The next one would be the customer satisfaction levels were stable from January to December. The market share percentage stayed the same from month to month. So you see, I have shown you for increasing category. When you talk of the graphs and you describe the graphs, I've shown you decreasing categories, I've shown you stable categories. Now there is one left, which is the fluctuating category. But I think this thing I'll stop sharing. Yeah, because I have exceeded my time. I have imposed a time limit of 15 minutes. At the most, will spill over to 16. Okay, so you see that how by bringing a variation in our language, in our usage of words, we can actually add spice. We can actually add fun. We can actually add interest to all our descriptions, to all our narratives, to all our write-ups, to all our articles. So it is always good, recommended to have a rich vocabulary bag. Okay, so much for this today. I'll meet you again tomorrow, approximately the same time, the same platform. And yes, tomorrow I'll think of something else, maybe something new every day. Okay, so, and yes, reminder, in case you need an ebook to get a proper concept of the IELTS exam, the link is given down below. In case you need the text, whatever I've been dealing with you, to reimpose, to revisit, to review, to reinstall in your mind, you can always go to this link that I'll be providing down. So happy learning. See you again tomorrow with your notebook and your pen. And yes, now every day I'll be putting a poll. Do answer, do engage, and let me see if you are there with me in this campaign. Bye for today.